He looking like a man. He looking like a man.
Hello.
Hey there, how are you?
Great. How are you?
Good. So you and I spoke one time before, and I'm probably going to request for one-on-ones with you.
Okay.
So essentially, I started dating my best friend of 16 years.
Uh-huh.
And as soon as things got really serious, he pulled back. So I took your advice, and I just pulled back myself, and immediately he came running back. So he's taken a vacation, I've taken a vacation. We're still, we're not living together. But the minute that I ever pull back, it's like 4 hours later, and he's asking questions like, what are you doing? And what can we, what vacation can we take? And do you want to go to dinner with the kids? And this and that. So I'm an empath for sure. He's an avoidant for sure. So how do we bridge that gap?
How do you bridge the gap where he doesn't pull back?
No, how do we bridge the gap with me not being perfect example? He was out of town this past weekend, and I was doing a bunch of work around my house, and he immediately sent over a whole crew to come and finish everything for me. So he's giving and he's loving,
Right.
and we don't have arguments, we have conversations. But how do I fulfill him to be sure that he feels secure, but I can feel secure at the same time?
A big thing with that is like, for one, like when you say he pulls back, what is he doing specifically? Like, how does that take me like through a full experience?
We'll go from traveling constantly with my business or his business, or his friends, or I'll be involved in everything, and then all of a sudden he'll take 4 or 5 days where he's just, I'm going to hang out with the boys, and that's fine with me. Mm-hmm. So I need to understand how I react to that conversation, because I'm completely fine with being alone. I actually like alone time.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that he gets more insecure when I just say, yeah, that's fine, but then immediately comes running back.
What do you mean immediately comes running back? So like, give me like the actual actions. So he told you that he was going to hang out with the boys. You said that's fine, and then what happened?
Well, then he'll reach out and say, well, don't you want to meet up with us? And I said, no, I thought it was an agreement that you were going out with the boys, and that's fine. Mm-hmm. And he'll say, well, what are you doing? I'm sitting on my couch and I'm reading a book. That's what I'm doing. Having a glass of wine. Mm-hmm. And so there's so many mixed signals in there, because it's just a couple of hours when he makes this decision. It's like he's waiting for me to blow up on him.
Why do you think that?
Because we've known each other for 16 years. He knows that I have a tendency at times to explode, but with him, I just can't explode. I just say, take your time. Do whatever you need to do. So I think he's trying to make it where he's waiting for the hat to drop.
Okay.
And I trust him all the way, and so I just say, it's okay.
Okay.
So maybe his past experiences, I don't know.
It's possible. How long have y'all been together?
We've been together since October.
Okay. So
but my best guy friend for 16 years.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I know everything about him, and he knows everything about me.
When did you start noticing this pullback behavior?
March.
Okay. So that's recent. Why do you even call it a pullback if you're just hanging out with friends? What about this feels like a pullback to you?
No, because we went for about a week without seeing each other at all. And maybe part of it's me too, because if I wasn't getting what I wanted out of him, think I was putting on too much pressure, to be honest. I think I was putting on too much pressure for. I'm missing consistency. That's what I can say. That's the best way that I can put it.
That's how you would describe your problem.
Yes.
Okay. What does consistency look like?
Give me a plan. That's it.
Give you a
Let
plan.
me make my own plan if you're going to go do something. I know.
No,
It's tough.
the way that you're answering questions is kind of confusing to me. What does give me a plan mean? How does that relate to consistency?
Because he will change the plan last minute, and I hate it.
How does that relate to pullback?
Because then I won't see him for a couple of days. He will just say, oh, we'll have a plan to go out to dinner, and then 2 hours before, he'll cancel, and then he'll be out of town for like 3 days, which I feel is unfair.
Okay, that is unfair. So y'all have a plan to go out to dinner.
Correct.
How early was that plan made? Like a week prior, a day prior, same day?
A week prior.
Okay, week prior. And then does he forget about the plan or does he tell you?
No, so he has a group of friends that, though they're all very good people, they're all single guys. And I think that they just jump into saying, oh, you can't cancel, I don't know if he's making double plans or what the situation is. So I'm trying to figure it out. It's so confusing because I know him so well and I just don't get it. So he got off of a cruise ship today. I did not think that he was going to be even coming over to my house or anything. Sent a whole crew of people to come and paint my entire house and then shows up at my house right after he gets off the cruise. I did not think for 1 minute he was going to show up. So he's giving me mixed signals.
Okay. Since you've known him for 16 years, has he been someone who is not a planner or a planner?
He is not a planner.
Okay, so you know he's not a planner.
Yeah.
All right, so that's established. So that's not mixed signals. That's something that you've been accustomed to for 16 years.
So, yes, and we do have to have a shared calendar with all of our travel, so maybe he's just not used to that because I look at it and say, okay, logistically this doesn't work for you going out of town and me going out of town and whatever. So do you think that maybe it's just that he got accustomed to just what his schedule was, and now that mine is, because we both have to travel a lot. So is it possibly that he's just confused because I'm the one that checks us into everything and I'm the one that does all of those things, and so now he's not used to that. It's like chaos.
I feel like what's confusing me is because we're all over the place when we're talking about this. So
yeah,
it's like
I know, because we've known each other for so long.
No,
that's the problem.
No, you're confusing me because the way you're describing this problem. You opened up by saying that he pulled back and now we're talking about calendars being planned. And that's confusing me because I don't have a through line as what we're talking about.
Well, but because you mentioned, is he a planner? That's why I brought that up.
Right, because you shifted the conversation from him pulling back to him not. This doesn't sound like him pulling back. This just sounds like someone who just forgot y'all had plans in the first place.
If that's what it is, I love that
comment. I don't know.
And I appreciate that.
I don't know if that's what it is because we kind of like, we leapfrog all over the place. So I don't know what the actual issue is, right? So first you described it as pulling back, and it's like pulling back is a very specific thing, right? And then we shifted. Once I asked questions about pulling back, we got to situations where it just was a...
So maybe I misinterpreted the behaviors of him forgetting as pulling back.
I mean, he may forget, but what makes you think that he is forgetting? I know I just said that, but you got excited when I said that as if it like gave him an out, right? Because
it's not giving him an out. It's that it's Is it just me being too controlling over
I don't know because we haven't
you?
we haven't
I
we
mean,
haven't talked
I
about.
was a mom to 5 kids by myself.
I mean, you're giving me vibes like you're very neurotic just in this conversation, but it's I don't have we haven't talked about one thing enough for me to give you any answer because we've jumped. So we have to talk about one thing long enough for me to actually get the data I need to make a decision on it.
Okay, well, we've never gone more than 5 hours without him reaching out to me. So apparently that's not pulling back.
Correct. That's not pulling
Okay.
back. No, that's not pulling back. If he reaches out to you, like pullback is like you don't hear from the person. Or if you do
Okay.
hear from them, they maybe they like very short response.
He's not
Like
never sure.
yeah,
No.
doesn't sound like it. Doesn't sound like it. So what he's doing is not pulling back. Good. So when you have that clarity now, he's not pulling back. Um, but it sounds like you get dysregulated when things are not going according to plan.
Of course.
And you're with someone who is not a planner.
Correct.
And that is probably the biggest pain point in the relationship right now. So is this something that y'all have discussed?
Yes, we discussed it today, like just today.
Okay. How did that discussion go?
The discussion went well, in my opinion. I mean, he said, sometimes he raised one child by himself, which is fine. And he said, I think that sometimes you want everything to go as planned just because you had to raise 5 kids by yourself. And I didn't have a choice but to plan. So how do I back up and just say, okay, if the plan doesn't go through, it's fine? Do I just tell myself it's fine?
No, there's a way. I mean, there's a compromise here. How did you approach this conversation? What did you say to him?
I said to him, I really feel like sometimes you get upset with me because we make a plan and then you don't follow through with it. And he said his response, and granted, he runs 3 huge companies and it's fine, but he said, sometimes I just need a reminder. But doesn't that seem like nagging?
Not if he's asking for it.
So if I said to him, hey, by the way, we said that we're going to go to dinner tonight. Is that plan still on? Is that okay?
Yeah, if he's
Okay.
asking. Yeah. He's asking, that's probably what he actually needs. Nagging is like when he didn't ask and then you just get on his nerves. But I mean, that sounds like this is probably going to be something y'all just have to like iterate in real time,
Yeah.
But it's neither like you're not wrong, right? That doesn't mean that he's wrong either. It just means that this is a bit of incompatibility, not incompatibility in the way where the relationship won't work. Incompatibility just means friction. So the more compatible you are, the less inherent friction you'll encounter within the relationship. So
Okay.
you just discover some incompatibilities. It's like he's more of a go with the flow person, it sounds like, where he can adjust on the fly. Maybe that helps him for what he does for a living. Maybe if he was too structured, it wouldn't allow him to be as successful as he is running 3 companies, right? So
Yeah, and the biggest part too is he calls me for advice every single time that he goes into a board, like a huge board meeting.
Okay.
And he asks for my opinion on it as well, because we both essentially do the same thing in 2 different industries. But
Okay.
So he looks to me for advice, and he's running these teams and I'm running teams. So maybe it's just that he just runs it differently.
Yes, there's many ways to skin a cat.
Yeah.
This is just a compromise situation. This is just a be creative in how you solve the problem. Right? You're at 2 ends of the spectrum. How do we meet in the middle? That's it.
And we don't even fight, which is crazy.
That's not a great thing.
I know. I said people need to fight. There's a book that I read.
Right. Yeah,
Everybody fights.
you need conflict. It doesn't have to be like nasty, but there definitely needs to
We
be
don't.
some
We
conflict.
have conflict, but it's not mean.
Okay, that's fine. It doesn't have to be mean. It just needs to be conflict.
Okay.
It needs to be
So-
like,
so-
I'm uncomfortable here.
So his version of successfully making something happen is different than mine because I'm a checklist type of person. And he's like fly by the seat of my pants type of person.
Right. I'm kind of like him. A lot of men are. A lot of women are very conscientious, higher in that trait psychologically.
Well, when you raise all these kids, that's what happens, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, it's forced upon you.
Yeah.
But it's like, yeah, I mean, that's a good thing. But it's like, just a matter of just meeting in the middle. The challenge will be here, just not being so fixated in your way of doing things.
And as the kids have left, that's another thing because I've been bored because I haven't had to do that. So maybe I was projecting that on him.
Possibly. It's a good call out. But yeah, this is just going to be a compromise situation. Y'all are two smart individuals, though. You'll figure it out.
All right. Well, I appreciate that because it doesn't make sense that two people that care for each other so much we can talk about anything, even if it, gets a little bit heated, but it never turns into something where it's mean.
Good.
But that was like the one thing that was killing me. I'm like, I need a plan. So maybe I just need to not have so many plans.
Just be a little bit more flexible and find ways to connect with him. And see how you can kind of keep him according to just make improvements. This is a game of progress, not perfection. You're never going to get on like perfectly one accord. You're never going to be as flexible as him. He's never going to be as structured as you. But you can improve your flexibility and he can improve his structuredness.
Well, I appreciate your feedback because I kind of was starting to think that it was me.
Mm-hmm. No, it doesn't sound like it. Doesn't sound like a love. All right.
All right.
All right. You take care.
You as well.
Mm-hmm. All right. A few people in the queue. Some of y'all look questionable. I don't know. Well, we are mirrors. That's how you know what to work on sometimes. Yeah, could be. He is helping her become more flexible. She's helping him become a bit more structured. All right. Hello.
Hi. Good evening. I'm sorry. Good morning.
Good morning. What can I do for you?
I'm good. Yourself?
I'm good. What can I do for you?
Okay.
Took a little too long on that one. Took a little too long. I really didn't mean to. I was hovering the button, and then I think I exhaled too hard, and I leaned forward. I exhaled too hard, I leaned forward, and my finger just tapped the disconnect. Your body keeps the score. Huh? How about that? My body knew this is about to be some bullshit. So, a little tap. A little tappity tap. What's up, GG? All right, let's keep it moving. See what TJ talking about. Yo.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You didn't mean to come up?
I wanted to, I was in a relationship for almost a year, and we haven't been together for 3 months.
Okay.
He's, a severe avoidant, and I'm an anxious attacher.
Okay.
Didn't realize it until this relationship, but I've always recognized it, but just didn't understand it or ever look into it. I started dating somebody new in the past couple weeks, and I'm just a little nervous on how to not be an anxious attacher, even though this person is much healthier than the person that I was with.
How long have you been dating this new person?
A couple weeks now.
How do you know they're healthier?
I don't know if that's definitely the truth or...
Yeah, it's not too early to tell.
Yeah, a little too early to tell, but I don't see any of the signs that I've seen with the person that I was recently with.
Still too early to tell. How long ago did things end with the person you were recently with?
3 months.
3 months? How long were y'all together?
About a year.
Okay. Okay, it's not bad.
But I know I participated, and I know I've always been an anxious person.
Mm-hmm. How was your anxiety manifesting in that relationship?
I would say nagging him a lot.
Okay.
But I think I was doing that because he would like kind of shut me down and dismiss me, and
Okay.
then need his couple days to just not communicate while I wasn't there and out of the picture because he needed his time and stuff like that.
Gotcha. How many relationships have you been in?
4.
Okay. Do you feel like you always show up anxiously in them?
Yes.
Okay. So it wasn't about him.
But I
This
don't
is
think it's ever been like in physical form. Like I had never seen myself like in a situation like I was just in.
so that was the worst of it.
Yeah, it's never
Okay.
manifest like it did with other partners.
Do you feel like the anxiety ruined this last relationship?
I want to say on both of our parts because I know he did express to me a couple times when I was able to have like a conversation and he wasn't able to like run.
Okay.
And he did tell me that he does have a lot of anxiety, and we both show up differently with our anxiety. I
Right.
express mine more like I want to fix things,
Yeah.
and I want to talk about them, and I want to keep on talking about them.
Right. Right.
And then he just internalizes it and goes on TikTok and just kind of focuses on other things to get his mind off of it, but he
Right.
still has it.
Right. It's tough. It's a tough situation. How
I just
long?
don't want to do it again, but I know I have those traits, so like,
Right.
I don't know how to.
I get it. How long have you
do
been like?
that again.
How long?
Like I
How?
don't want to sabotage a good thing if it's gonna be a good thing. You know
I
what I
get
mean?
it. I get it. How long have you been like single without entertaining anyone romantically? What's the longest you've gone?
I was before I got into this year relationship. I was single for a good about 5 years,
And you didn't entertain anyone romantically during those 5 years?
maybe sexually, but no, not romantically. Any dates or anything like sleepovers or anything like mingling with each other's families, nothing like that.
Yes, actually, it's still enough. It's still enough. Okay, you're already dealing with somebody new. So if you weren't dealing with someone new, what I would encourage you to do is to take a season and just be by yourself, because the fear of anxious attachers is abandonment, right? And part of their fear of abandonment is they don't want to be alone. See, like anxiously attached people are avoidant with themselves. And avoidantly attached people are anxious with themselves. What I mean by that is anxiously attached people don't want to spend time with themselves. They want to spend time with other people. They're not comfortable by themselves. Avoidantly attached people are not comfortable with other people, so they like to spend time with themselves. So they're very protective of themselves, right? It's weird how that works. So for an anxious person, if they could be in solitude and then actually start enjoying their own company, they won't be afraid of being by themselves. And if they're not afraid of being by themselves, then they'll be less afraid of abandonment. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. But you're already encountering somebody, so we can't play that angle. What you will have to do is the
Well,
problem.
I came on tonight specifically
Okay.
because I know I seen your thing the other day, but I didn't hit join or anything like that because I kind of didn't want to get into the rumination of
I got it.
thinking about things because sometimes it sets me off.
Right. I get it.
But the new guy I've been talking to, I talked to him this morning, and then he hasn't texted me back all day long. So I don't want to. Do I text him again? Do I act anxious? Like I already see like I'm doing it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're already triggered. So it's like you just hop from one situation to
And I
another.
don't want to do that because I know there's not a reason.
Right. So let's talk short term and long term. Short term band-aid solution is whenever you feel that anxiety, you can't take any action. Think about it from the perspective of like when you feel the anxiety, you're being possessed. It's not you, right? So think about it like if I feel this feeling, I'm being possessed, and whatever it's telling me to do is going to blow up whatever situation I'm in. Right? So you can't take any action when you feel that way. You cannot.
No, because I'm going
text.
to end up saying something that sounds
Right.
jealous, and we might think
Right.
that's a red
So
flag.
you can't. Even if you want to say something, just say, I'll say this when I am not feeling this way anymore. right? You can say whatever you want. You can do whatever you want, just not when you feel that way. But if you wait until you don't feel that way anymore, you likely won't even want to send that test because the possession will have ended. And the possession is what's making you want to send it in the first place. Right?
Okay.
That's a band-aid solution, though. That doesn't ultimately solve the problem.
No, because it's still on my mind.
Right. So part of what you have to do is, the best advice typically given to anxious attachers is to pretend like you will never be with anybody again. Pretend like you'll be single for the rest of your life. How can you build a life to where you can still have joy and be happy? And whatever the answer to that question is, you need to go do that. Because the problem with anxious attachers is they make the person they're with their entire world. So if that relationship ends, it feels like their world has ended.
Yeah, it definitely does.
And when you make someone your entire world like that, that's too much pressure on them. It's too much pressure for anyone. Nobody can be your everything. People can be very important to you. They can be cherished by you. They can't be your everything, right? They feel the weight of that. They feel the weight of that expectation. So you have to spread the things. You have to generate supply from other sources of meaning, right? You have to have other things in your life that fill up your tank other than your romantic connection.
Like workout, hobbies.
But they
stuff
need
like
to
that.
be, it needs to be things that are important to you though. It can't be things you're just doing. Don't think of this as distraction. Think of this as, I have a set of values. These things are important to me. This is what is important to me about life. And then I take behaviors or engage in activities that align with those values so that when I engage in those behaviors and I make progress, I am now proud of myself.
Okay.
Right? There's this concept called, I have like the 4 stages of like men and women. You're like stage 2, right? The lower stages, you're doing what is called generating external supply. Supply is just this sense of okayness, being okay in your own body, right? Some people who've done a lot of work on themselves, they can generate internal supply, meaning they can make themselves feel okay. They don't need anything outside of themselves to make them feel okay, right?
Which is an avoidant, correct?
Not necessarily, but avoidants are better at this than anxious people, okay?
Okay.
But other people depend on external supply, meaning if they cannot generate that feeling of okayness within themselves, so they depend on something outside of themselves to do it. This is where anxious attachers are. Anxious attachers need, if you send a text, whether or not he responds to you will dictate how good you feel for the rest of that day.
Correct.
Right. That's a problem.
Yeah, it's like it's tormenting yourself.
Right. But understand the root of it. The root of it is you are depending upon external supply. So the solution is to start generating internal supply. When you generate internal supply, you aren't so needy for the external supply. Because what you really want is supply. You've just only known to get it outside of yourself.
Correct.
So you get it from inside of yourself by, 1, knowing who you are and what's important to you, and then taking actions that are in alignment of what is important to you and making progress. Right?
Now, are you correct? Now is I don't want to change topics, but I also want to understand the whole picture because I know it goes back from my childhood.
Right.
The reason why I'm an anxious attacher.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if it's because I never felt like seen or like cared about.
Yeah, it's not very complicated. It's just you didn't have a parent who attuned to you consistently, so you never knew what the vibe was. So you had to learn to orient yourself externally and read the situation. Right? You do that nowadays. You're hypervigilant. Hypervigilant is like, if you're with someone, you can tell if there's a change in their patterns, a change in their habits, a change in their tone.
Yeah, and then
Right.
I'm uneasy and
So
I
like,
feel
what
like
just-
yeah.
Right. Because you learned in childhood that you had to do that with your caretaker because they just weren't showing up and tuning to you and connecting with you consistently. So you had to read the vibe in order to stay safe. Right?
No, I feel like my mom showed up, but like she didn't really. She showed up like for what I needed, but like I always was alone. Like my mom always worked like 70 hours a week. I don't know. I just didn't.
Right. Ultimately,
and when I try to explain it to her, she gets defensive.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. Ultimately, it's not important. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not a therapist. We waste a lot of time trying to figure where did this come from. That just gives you dopamine. Like even if I gave you the perfect answer where it came from, it's like now what? Doesn't change anything. Now you just are impressive to people who like to loop on childhood trauma.
Correct.
So the best thing is to focus on right now. What you can do right now to solve your problem. That supply conversation is how you're going to solve it.
Okay. Now, is there any things on your profile that I can kind of look and screenshot on there, like to kind of maybe look when I'm having?
I go deeper into like 1 hour coaching calls. You can schedule that. All you do is this icon right here, you hit that button at the bottom of the page, shoot me a message. I'll ask you about your situation. And if I can help you, I'll send you a link to book the call. We'll go deeper into this concept and how you can move from stage 2 to stage 3. That way you're not going to be so anxious anymore. Like when it comes to anxious attachment.
Like I'm trying to learn because I see it in myself, but I have more of like a visual learning ability with my brain. Like sometimes I don't get it if I do it myself.
I got you. Well, yeah, there's no visual aids here, brother. There's only a coaching call and me talking and videos. But if you want that coaching call, you can get that, and I can tell you how you move up the levels and in a way that's tailored to you, so that this is less of a problem. Because that anxiety that you feel, it never completely goes away. It just stops ruling you. It lessens in intensity, so you don't feel it as strongly. But ultimately, if you're anxious, you're likely going to still feel that to some capacity. It just stops being the boogeyman, right? It stops being something that controls you. It stops possessing you. And your orientation to it will be more like you feeling like a hunger pain or feeling tired. Like you feel a sensation that is anxiety, but it's not something that takes control.
Okay. Like the dopamine, basically, is what happens. Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your time.
No problem,
I will definitely click on your thing and see what you have. What is it? Just you like book out, or is it always openings, or? Yeah,
you go to my calendar. You schedule the time that you want. You pay the fee, and then I'll talk to you.
All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
No problem, brother. You take care.
Have a good night.
Mm-hmm. All right. Vibe with Vision. Let me see a buddy up here. I don't know if he dropped already. Hannah would love to see Vibe with Visions. Hannah, are you here? I haven't seen Hannah in the chat at all. I don't know if you're going from anxious to avoidant. You don't go from anxious to avoidant. You may start to take on avoidant strategies. That's what a lot of stage 2 people do. But you don't fundamentally change your attachment style. That's not how that works. It's not how that works. What you'll see a lot of stage 2 people is when they were stage 1, they just were anxious. They would be anxious all the time, right? And then they got hurt, and then they reflected, and then they were like, all right, I need to change something. So then they start behaving like an avoidant person. So they started creating distance and pushing people away when they got too close because they're like, I don't want to get hurt. They start behaving like an avoidant, but they're still an anxious person. Let me see what this is. What's up, AK? Big Ack in the building. Hello. Hello? Come on, Dottie. I think that's me too, Coach. Yeah, a lot of people who think they're fearful avoidant are really just anxious people who are behaving like avoidants. Here's how you tell the difference between if you're a fearful avoidant or if you're really an anxious person who started behaving like an avoidant, right? If you always were like that in all of your relationships, you are a fearful avoidant. True fearful avoidants are made in childhood. So if all your romantic relationships were you acting like a fearful avoidant, then you're a fearful avoidant. If you ever changed, if you ever switched, if you ever were like, oh, I was anxious and then this happened, now I'm avoidant, then you are an anxious person and you just have avoidant defense mechanisms. I was just talking to a guy on a coaching call. He actually hired 2 other dating coaches. He hired 2 other ones because he was like, I'm fearful avoidant and my ex is fearful avoidant and I want her back, right? He hired 2 other coaches. By the end of our call, he was like, man, I wish I hired you like 3 months ago instead of these other motherfuckers. I'm like, right? Keep telling y'all, we are not the same. But everyone else just accepted his label of fearful avoidant. I was like, tell me about it. Why do you think you're fearful avoidant? Because I can't solve this problem until we get that label right. And I don't think you are. So why do you think you are? And he started talking. I'm like, you're not it. Why do you think she is? He started talking. No, y'all are just 2 anxious people with avoidant defenses. You're not fearful avoidant. So that changes the complete strategy. The whole strategy. So I told y'all want to get y'all situation right, come to death row. You feel me? Come to death row. You don't want them dancing all in the videos. Come to death row. All right, let me see. We got another caller up here. Tasha T. Tasha T. Tasha, are you there? Oh, she's not there yet. Let's give her a second. My boy in the chat shooting. I see you, big dog. Yeah. Keep going. Keep going. Not the best shot, but not the best. I would have shot that rock, but a shot is a shot. I don't know if Tasha's going to connect. Shorty said we all see. I don't know if Tasha's going to connect. Let's give her another second. Come on, white lady. Let's do it. Mary Poppins did not come up. All right, let's find somebody else. Okay. Hello.
Good morning. It's morning on my side.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm from South Africa. How are you?
Good. What can I do for you? All right. Well, Danny might have been a little too fast on that one. to the gallows. Child, did you brush yet? No. I doubt it. She sounded like she literally just opened her eyes. You check the profile? Yeah, she definitely was off. Like, she's still saying hi in the chat. Yeah, these aren't real people. There's no way. Tesla is testing out robots in other countries. There's no way these are real people. There's no way you got hung up on you're saying hi in the chat. You're not real. You're not a real person. There's no way. That's not a real response. That's a weird response. A real response would be like, what happened? Was that a mistake? What's going on? Not hi. That's not how that works. Nah, I think I'm passing your profile, love, but I appreciate the offer, though. Not my type. You're purple. Let me see. I don't know about this one either. We're gonna see. Hold on. Maybe Sarah. Hello.
Hi, can you hear me?
How you doing?
I'm good. So, I told you that I was coming off of Hinge. I was on there for like 2 weeks. But in the short time I'm on there and just the life, I don't know how this happened, but now I have like a roster and it feels like a lot.
Really?
I know you spoke about that today, but I already have it. Like,
It's too late
I have
now.
it. I'm overwhelmed a little bit. Like in small ways, they're all great. I don't know them very well, but I really want a real connection, and I'm wondering if I can even find one with what I have. Like now, I'm talking to like realistically probably like 5 guys.
You're talking to, or you're like actively dating?
Where so I went on a couple of dates. I did.
Okay.
I went on like 5 first dates, but then I cut off 3, and then
Okay.
I reconnected with a guy that I used to go to church with years ago.
Okay.
And then I also reconnected with a guy from last year. So then I cut off. Like it just happened.
It didn't just happen. You made that happen.
Like it's not like I'm calling these men to be like, hey, now is the time. It just I put myself out there and this is what I've reaped.
What do you mean put yourself out there? How did you put yourself out there?
Meaning like I went on the dating app, I went on Hinge.
So you reconnected with these people via Hinge?
No, not the reconnects. The reconnects happened like one of the guys, he just called me out of the blue. Like I was heading home and he just called me and he's like, I was thinking about you, how have you been? And we ended up being on the phone for a while.
How long had it been since he's seen you?
To be like, okay, so I met him in like 2020 and we went on a couple dates and I thought he wasn't feeling me.
Okay.
It kind of fizzled out from there.
Right.
But we've kept in touch. Like he reaches out, I would say probably twice a year. But he doesn't offer to take me out. Like this time he's like we were having a conversation and I brought up the fact that we dated and nothing happened. And he said, I liked you. And I said, I didn't realize that you liked me. It just felt like you were interested and in the process of getting to know me.
He reaches out twice a year, and for what?
For just shits and gigs. Coach, just shits and gigs. Like he reaches out, he's like, how are you? We talk about work, we talk about family, we talk about things that have been exciting us, new hobbies that we've taken on, just random stuff. Mm-hmm. We just have like a good 2-hour conversation, and then we keep going with our lives.
Nah. And you also said it just happened. This didn't just happen. You intentionally brought up the fact that y'all dated, right? Come on.
Yeah, we did date.
I know, but this didn't just happen. I hate when y'all women do that. I don't know, how did I get here? How did this happen? You made it happen.
No, you
brought up.
I mean, the part of bringing up a date, I didn't expect that to come out of the conversation because that doesn't usually come out.
But you brought it up. What do you mean? You surprised yourself?
I brought up that we dated in the past.
Right. Why? Why did you bring that up if y'all talk twice a year since 2020?
Okay, so we were having a conversation and I said to him, I was saying that I was recalling a moment that we had together that I thought was funny. Mm-hmm. And from me recalling that moment, we just ended up talking about other moments that we had when we used to spend time together. All right. Then we talked about our first date, and then we started talking about our other dates, and that's how. Okay,
so then we talked about dating, and then he was like, "Well, we can do it again. We can go back out." Is that what happened?
No, we talked about dating, and I was saying that. Now that I'm dating again, just like reflecting on my dating experiences, and what I like learned from when we were dating, and he was saying that he doesn't agree with the way that I perceived our dating experience, because I perceived it as we stopped dating because he was not interested. And he said that he was never like uninterested, like he did like me. That was not communicated. This was the first time he said that he's liked me, even when we were like, even though we had gone on dates. On none of those dates was he was like, hey, I like you, or I want to be with you, or anything like that.
Right.
So it was the first time we were having a conversation that he was expressing these things to me, that's how he felt.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, I did a bad job of showing you that years ago, like, I would love another chance to show you that I like you.
Okay. All right. So now you have a roster.
So now I have a roster,
Well,
right? So my question is,
you're on a lot of
how
rosters.
do I manage that in a way that gives me an actual chance to form a connection? Or do I have to like get rid of everybody?
Okay. All right. So there's 5 people.
Wait, hold on. I am thinking. You see, this is a problem.
What's the problem? All right.
There's 4 people. Unless there's another person that I'm forgetting, but we're gonna go with there's 4 people because there are 4 people that I'm remembering at this moment.
There's 4 people. And your goal is what? A relationship?
Yes.
You're cooked. You're gonna end that. Listen, you can't even remember. You struggle doing simple arithmetic of how many men it was. So you're definitely not capable of handling this situation. You're gonna
That's
fumble.
how I feel. Like, I'm worried that I'm not gonna, like, I feel incapable of handling it because I've never had this experience before.
Right. It's hard being on 4 different rosters. It's a difficult experience. So, yeah, this doesn't likely end in a relationship. It ends in you subtly revealing that you're dealing with other men, and then anyone who even was potentially interested in you seriously loses it.
That already happened.
Right, it's gonna keep happening.
So one person fell off because he's like, he wanted to talk, like he wanted to spend time with me, and I was like, I'm unavailable, and that ended up being an issue because I did reveal that I was going on a date, which I felt like should not have been a problem because you met me on a dating app. Like, it just makes sense, but he didn't feel comfortable, so I was like, it is what it is.
Yep, the weird thing about dating nowadays is you have to pretend like you don't know people are dating other people. Because there's nothing normal about that shit, by the way. Historically, that's not been the case. That's a very poly way of dating. To date multiple people is you taking a page out of like a poly playbook. It's normalized in our culture. Historically, it's not been the precedent.
Should I pick one person and then take a gamble? Because I don't know that any of these it's so early that, or should I just be like to everybody like, hey, and then just start fresh? I don't know. Like, what would be a good strategy for moving from roster to genuinely getting to know a person?
Yeah, you can't really genuinely get to know. You're limiting your capacity to even really get to know somebody when you date multiple people like that. If you were out here like, I just want to have fun, then go ahead and kill you. Go ahead and have fun, right? But if you want a relationship, this strategy doesn't map to relationships. I can easily prove it because so many people don't have a relationship, and most people do what you're doing. Ta-da! If it improved the odds of getting into a relationship, then it would actually work. And it's not. That doesn't work for people. Dating multiple people.
I feel like it stopped being fun. Like, when you just go on the app and you're getting a lot of attention and everybody's like, you're so beautiful, you're so this, that was fun. But then when you start having deeper conversations and you're trying to remember all these conversations, or you're reflecting on so many people. Like, I
Right.
feel like as the collections progress, it stops being as fun,
Right.
because dating does require a level of like vulnerability that it's hard to do when you're talking to multiple people.
Yeah,
So
dating
I'm
one person.
expired this one part.
Exactly. Dating one person is emotionally draining enough. Well, it's like not draining in like a negative sense, but like it requires a lot of energy. Just one person. We're talking about
Yeah.
4. You have to keep each one of them at a distance.
I don't feel like that part is hard.
What I'm saying is keeping them at a distance does not map to you getting into a relationship.
Okay, I get what you mean.
That's the opposite of what you should do if you want to get in a relationship. You don't keep people at a distance. So yeah, it doesn't work as a strategy if you want true partnership. So I would advise for you to just pick the one that you see the most potential in and then double down on that.
How do I decide who has the most potential?
That's whatever you resonate with the most. You're probably gonna be wrong, especially if you met them on a dating app. That was your first problem.
Exactly. I don't know these people.
Yeah, the dating app was your first mistake was the dating app in the first place. You know that. I talk about being anti-dating app every day up here. So,
I know you do. I did hear you tell somebody to get on Hinge though.
yeah, that's only if like your actual constraints force it. Like if you have like geographic constraints, where it's like, okay, I'm in a small town that's a family town. Everyone comes here to retire and build their family, so there's nobody single here. Okay, well then you might want to do a dating app and date like long distance or something like that. But dating apps are filled with people who just want like the worst people to date are people who are shopping. You don't want someone who's shopping because they're automatically dealing with multiple people.
Yeah.
You want someone who's just living their life and they're single and they're living their life and you come across them and y'all connect. That's the ideal, right? Not someone who's like, you know what, I want some yams right now. Let me hop on this dating app, and now the men you're talking to are each talking to 10 other women, right? So she's shopping though, right? But you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, I
So
get what you're saying. You're right.
that's the worst. That's the worst person to date. Is the most competitive, right? So these people are likely emotionally unavailable. Dating apps are filled with people who you don't want to deal with.
One of the guys, he said that he got off the app and he wants to focus on me. So that makes me feel good. So
That's good.
maybe, like, I'm like, maybe I should focus on you too. I don't know, but I don't know yet.
All right. I mean, sound like you haven't really made your mind up yet, but
Maybe, I don't know. I wish there was something I could do to like know which. Cause,
what you
know?
what you should have done is just listen to what I come in here and say all the time. Right? You know how easy this would have been if you just matched with someone or connected with someone and you just focus on that person. This problem you created wouldn't even be a problem because you wouldn't be having to just decide.
Yeah,
It's
that's
a problem
true.
you created for yourself. So, you know, that's how the cookie crumbles. I don't know what to tell you, but like you're just gonna have to decide on who to fixate on. But if you keep this up, you're gonna lose all of them because they're not. I would imagine they're not stupid. So once you start saying like, "I told you that, right?" and they're like, "You didn't tell me that," immediately he's gonna realize you told that to another man and you're confusing me with him. Now I'm not taking you seriously anymore. He's gonna look you dead in your eyes as he mentally demotes you to hookup category.
Yeah, that sucks. That sucks. Okay. I knew it was a problem. I feel like we haven't solved the problem, but I know that I have to let go of the roster.
You don't put this on me. We haven't solved. My solution was not to be in this situation in the first place. Don't you come here fuck it up and then being like, oh, how to help me clean up this mess that we made. No, we didn't make it. You didn't wash them dishes. Now go wash them. All right.
Yeah. Okay, I'll try my best and see. Maybe I should like put everyone on hold and be like, okay, now it's your turn, and then I'll go back to the next person when it if that person wastes my time. Be like, hey, do you remember me? That could be a strategy.
I'm gonna mentally prepare for your next call of how badly this all went for you.
Okay. Well, thank you, Coach.
No problem, love. You take care.
All right, bye.
All right. She low key wants to have fun. How much you want to bet? She low key, you're like, I want a relationship. No, you don't. You want to experience these 5 guys, right? That's what's going on. Because what do you do if you lost the one you want because you're guarded? You gotta stop. You gotta stop being guarded, man. Summer is approaching. I weep for y'all. I weep for you. I feel like a father watching his kids make mistakes, but you gotta let them make the mistake. Like I told you the oven was hot, but go ahead and touch it, I guess. Ah! See? I told you. All right, go get the Band-Aid, get the first aid kit. God damn it. All right. That's what it's like. That's what it's like. So all the giggling she was doing, she was not. Yeah, you can tell the vibe. No judgment, but yeah, I can tell she gonna have to go out here and have fun. It's hot on the bottom. Yes. When you typed that, you were like, I hope they get this reference, weren't you? Wasn't that Lotto that said that? It's hot on the bottom. It is hot on the bottom, Lotto, because you have a lot of that ass. Let's see if Sue connects. Sue did not connect immediately. That's like jinx myself. Can I get them back by being accountable on top of being guarded? No. No, Olivia, you kind of screwed the pooch on that one. But what you could do is schedule a 1-hour coaching call, and we can talk about it, and I can solve your problem. When you buy this 1-hour coaching call, you're paying for a solution for your problem. Okay? It's icon. Hit that at the bottom of the screen. Shoot me a message. I'll ask you about your situation, and if I can help you, I will send you a link to book your call. You'll get clarity and an action plan that will solve your problem or give you your best odds to get whatever outcome you're looking for. Like the guy who was trying to get his ex back. I'm like, here's the strategy. He was like, man, that's good. I should have hired you months ago. All right. This ain't guaranteed to work though, big dog. But this is your best play. Huh? This is your best play. Shorty's family was loaded. That's not why he wanted her. Shorty's family was loaded. She was like, he was like, yeah, we both got kids. And her family was like, here's a meal. It's $1 million. Go buy a house for all y'all. What's Shorty's name? I'll talk to her and try to convince her to get back with you. If you ever see me in the house with her, just don't be alarmed. I'm going to need the address. I'm going to need the address. Go ahead and write that down. What do you mean $1 million? You just take $1 million and go buy a house for all y'all. What are you talking about? Huh? Put these coaching skills to better use. Go ahead, seduce me a grandma. Is her mother single? All right, let's see what else we got. I have a slight headache, man. Been on calls all day today. Oh, somebody just scheduled a call. Nice. Profitable day. Very profitable day. Let me see. Got an update on Facebook, girl. I don't remember, but you can go ahead and refresh my memory.
Hey, what's up?
What's going on, man?
I don't know if you remember, I called in like a couple weeks ago. I told you I DM'd this girl on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
And you were asking me like, are you sure she's real? Or some Filipino man?
Ah, yeah. Okay, talk to me.
Yeah, so basically, I would say 6 weeks ago, she ghosted me, right?
Hmm.
After she had reached out first, after 3 months of talking. So I was busy either way, so I told myself I would just ignore it until after being busy. But then I got some free time, I decided to let it go. And in the meanwhile, I'm talking to this other girl. Let's call her PhD girl. She's doing a PhD.
I figured.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the Facebook girl, by the way, like it started off on Facebook, but since then we've been talking on WhatsApp.
Okay.
I knew like there was a concert near her city. I knew there would be like a non-zero chance she'd be there. And if not a non-zero chance, I mean, if she wouldn't be there, I knew that at least I would get a reaction out of like posting a story. And if not, you know, it would have been whatever. But yeah, so I didn't see her at the concert or anything. I had no idea if she was there or not. I posted a story, and she replied saying like, "Oh, if I knew you were there, we would have met up," because apparently she was there. So yeah, I told her it's like not too late to meet up. She said, of course. Then I said, when are you free? She said Saturday. I asked her what time, and I'm still waiting to hear. Like, asked her a few hours later because I was busy, but I'm still waiting for a reply.
Okay.
Now, I'm still unsure about like how genuine she is or about her intentions, right? And I don't want to get played more, so I don't know. What do you think?
This is not the same girl, is it?
It is the same girl.
Okay, it's the same girl. So y'all were supposed to meet up or potentially meeting up what, at a concert?
No, sorry, like I went to the concert knowing it was her favorite. Like not her favorite, but like she liked that artist, you know.
Okay.
But just I went because I also like the artist, but just to see if I would get a reaction out of her.
Okay. So you went to the concert to see if you get a reaction out of her. Like,
By posting a story.
why?
What do you mean why?
Like, why were you trying to get a reaction out of her?
In the sense of like, I wanted to see like if it was a real ghost or maybe, you know, there was something like I didn't want to be sour about it. So I thought if I could give her an opening, would she take it or not?
So she ghosted you, so you went to the you brought a concert ticket, got in traffic, waited in line, showed up at the concert.
I didn't go alone. I went with a friend.
A male friend or female friend?
Female friend.
Female friend you're sleeping with or just a real female friend?
No, she's like a childhood friend.
Okay, so that doesn't really make it, that's like a superfluous detail.
No, like we're tight like that. Like no attraction whatsoever.
Okay, I get it. What I'm saying is like, it's a lot of effort to get a reaction from somebody.
Yeah, but I like the artist as well, so I figured it was a plus.
Okay, if you genuinely wanted to go, that's fine. But it doesn't sound like you genuinely wanted to go. It sounds like the main reason you went was for this story. But continue. So you posted the story.
Yeah. Sorry?
You posted the story, and then what happened?
She replied, "Oh, if I knew you were there, we would have met." Because apparently she was there as well.
Mm-hmm. And then what happened after that?
Then I told her, "It's not too late. We can still meet." And then she said, "Of course." Then
Okay.
I asked her when she was free. She said Saturday.
Okay.
I asked what time, and I'm still waiting for a reply.
How long ago did you send the last text?
She sent the text at 7 p.m. and I replied at like 11.
Today?
Yeah.
What is your question?
My question is like, I mean, she says this after a 5-week ghost, right? So
You still haven't confirmed this is a real person.
I mean, I have her number, right? I see her stories. Right?
You haven't like FaceTime her or anything.
No.
Brother, come on, man.
Well, I'm pretty sure she's real. I don't know why you keep going back on that point, though.
But you don't see that this is weird?
Definitely it's weird, but I thought it was more of an avoidant take than...
No. Let me be clear.
Yeah.
She's weird for sure. You're a little weird
Yeah.
too. This is also weird on your behalf.
Um,
You're doing a lot. This is a lot. This is
Yeah,
like, I don't know if you ever seen Joe from You. That's the vibe you're giving right now.
I get that.
So this ain't, is she safe? If you do meet her, is she safe?
Yeah.
You
Of
sure?
course she is.
You're not.
I would never like cross a boundary, you know.
All right. I know if you was the Scranton Strangler out this bitch. Okay, so this is a lot to be doing for someone that you've not met or seen.
Yeah, definitely. It was definitely hard limerence in the beginning, but like I know like I can definitely like move away or like take distance from it. Yeah, but I just need to know like if it's genuine or not. You know, like if you want to leave, I'm gone, but don't keep me in a gray zone.
That's not real though. What you just said isn't real. You're not. She's already. You're acting as if like you need her to verbally say I'm not interested. She doesn't have to say I'm verbally not interested. The behavior implies that she's not interested. So
Yeah,
if she stops talking to you, that is essentially I'm not interested. But you took that I'm not interested, and then you hopped the fence for this concert, and just to get their picture to post it to goad her into responding.
That's the thing, though. Like, yeah, you're right. I'm definitely looking for I guess verbal or like something more concrete.
Why do you need why? But this is
Yeah.
concrete enough, is what I'm telling you.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, this is concrete enough. You have to unpack why you are so obsessed with. Okay, on her social media, she's very pretty, isn't she?
I guess.
What do you mean you guess? It's not a you guess.
Obviously, she is. Like, I wouldn't DM her if she's not.
Right, but this is more pretty than you normally would get, right?
I guess so, yeah.
Yes. Okay, so you're in fantasy land. You're in
But
scarcity.
honestly, I have like had a pretty decent glow up, you know, in the past year. So
Okay, but
I'm
that
not
doesn't
used to it.
Sorry? That doesn't need to be said. This is the reason why
Yeah.
you are so stuck on this person, is because they're way prettier than any other woman you've dealt with.
I agree.
Okay, but you don't know if they're real. You don't know if they're real. You don't know if they're real. And then also, even if they were real, she's engaging you in a way where she's not very interested in you.
Yeah.
Okay? So get one of those in person. You're looking at this as your opportunity to get a real pretty girl. This is not. Just get a real pretty girl in real life.
Okay.
If you can't get a real pretty girl in real life, you can't get this one. Once you can get one, you can get a lot of them. Once you cross a threshold as a man to where you can get a beautiful woman, you can get a lot of beautiful women.
No, I agree. It's not about like.
It's about looks, so you don't know anything else about her. Don't say
No,
that.
it is about looks, of course. But like, last time I told you this, I'm Muslim, right? So, and where I am is not really like, there's not really a lot of people from my community in the area. So, like, it's already hard to find like anyone I would consider like potential, and then the pool of like pretty people in that pool is like even smaller.
Okay, well then you probably need to solve this problem. Like you might need to move then, brother. If it's really that big of a deal, you might need to move. It's certainly not keep trying to get this attention of this woman who's probably actively sleeping with somebody else.
I mean, that's like we're Muslims, so like that's also like another step. Like, but we don't really date to sleep. You know, I don't want to sleep with her until like after marriage or whatever. So it wouldn't be like that. But like, what do you think on the short term? Like, if we do meet on Saturday,
You're not going to meet. Go ahead and get, like you got like you're just it's not going to happen.
okay,
If it would have happened, it would have happened by now. You're not. It's not going to happen.
right?
You are best finding another woman or solving your deeper
I mean,
issues.
I have a date the day after on Sunday
Okay.
with the PhD girl.
Right, but you got to solve this issue, brother, because the same thing that's whatever mechanism is causing you to behave that way with this woman is going to weird out the next one.
Definitely, like I said, like if by Saturday nothing's happening, right? Like I'm totally checked out on that girl.
Okay, I'm gonna hold you
I
to
was
it.
just, but yeah, you're very certain that we're not gonna meet.
I don't know.
On Saturday.
I don't know with 100% certainty.
I don't doubt your like judgment or whatever.
No, I get it. I get it. I don't know for 100% certainty. It's just based on what you told me so far, bro. This is
Yeah,
not
of course, of
this
course.
is not someone who's
like,
really
that,
interested.
honestly, like I said, like we're on the same page. Like if we don't meet on Saturday, that's the end of that, right?
Okay.
But what if we do? What would you say? Like is it not worth it even if we do meet?
You kind of have to meet now if she actually wants to.
Right.
You kind of have to meet now if she actually wants to meet. Oh, look at all you've accomplished. Look at all you've done.
But that's what I mean. Like
Look at all you've done.
like that's I'm really unsure about how genuine she is. So yeah, obviously, like I said, if it doesn't happen by Saturday, like I'm checked out. But if it do happen, do I just see what the vibe is? I guess.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I would just so I can hear the story. Just if not just for I can hear the story. So yeah, if you actually do meet her,
Yeah.
yes, you have to go now. There's no turning back at this point. You burned the boats, you burned the ships. So it's like if she actually does want to meet, you got to meet her, and then see what the vibe is like. But cross that bridge when you come to it. Don't bet on that. More than likely, this isn't going to deal without them saying anything.
We'll know in 5 days, you know.
You know, in 5 days. I'm gonna be looking for the call in 5 days. I'm gonna memorize your name, Powerpuff. I'm gonna look for it.
I'm real like peculiar with like online putting myself online, so that's why I got the weird names.
Oh no, you're good. I know people do it all the time. But yeah, so come back and give me an update.
How about like just like first date tips?
Okay.
Because okay, like the women like from my culture, right? Like, okay, like on the one hand, I feel like I'm just a stranger online, so I want to give you the room to like, you know, bounce whenever you feel like. So like, if it's after 10 minutes and you're not feeling it, you know, I feel like you should be able to like say, oh, okay, I'm gone. But at the same time, I know like some women, they want the whole like, oh, I'm picking you up at that time, you know, we're going to a fancy place and stuff. So I don't know where the in-between is between that.
First date. Okay. Don't overcomplicate it. Just vibe out, bro. There's only two things you want to accomplish on the first date. That is making the woman feel something, right? And
Spark of safety.
making her feel seen and understood, right?
Sure.
So you just want to show genuine interest in her. No tricks. Just show genuine interest in who she is, right? Which you seem to already have. And then make her feel something. That's just about essentially giving spark, right? So you give spark by, confidence, being bold, right? being smooth if you have that capacity for that. Funny, playfully teasing, all that kind of stuff. Those things make her feel
That's
something.
not an issue, honestly. It's more
Right.
about
So that's not
like,
there's no need to
yeah.
even ask the question. But the really you want to be present on the date. You don't want to be trying. You're not trying to do anything. That's very key.
No, I'm just, of course.
Right. You want to be present on the date and expressing yourself. Right. But you don't want to try to get any reaction from her because then you come across as performative, and
Yeah.
that's not good. Okay.
Nah, I'm just getting to know her. She's getting to know me, you know, just being genuine.
Right.
It was more like what setting should I take her to, you know?
It doesn't matter. No matter what setting you take her to, it's the same thing. I always prefer to do something fun.
Yeah.
But like dinner, I think is like the worst first date for people who aren't elite at this shit.
Well, I agree with you, but I have my girlfriends don't say that, right? So,
Gotcha. Yeah. If you do have to like do food or something like that, try to sit like diagonal.
yeah, in the
Try
corner.
not to sit
or,
across. Try to have her
side
sit
to
right
side.
here, and then you sit like right. How do I do this? Like this. Sit like that.
It's
How
hard
about
to
you?
find a corner table though.
Right. But that's ideal. The across, it just feels like an interview.
It does.
If you do a booth, you just do side by side.
Yeah, definitely. I'll be looking for for a place with a booth or a corner table.
I love that you're planning out this date for this non-existent person. But keep me
I have a
posted.
date the next day, bro. Like,
Okay, so you're asking for that as well, the PhD girl as
I
well?
mean, but look, the PhD girl, the vibe is great. Like on text and stuff.
Okay.
That she lives a bit far though. Like it's a 2-hour drive. But like I said, not many people from my community around. Yeah, so the vibe is great. So I have no doubt that like if I just ask her on a walk and chill and whatever, like it's gonna be like good vibes either way.
All right, bro. Well, like I said, in 5 days, I'm going to be expecting your name to pop up. All right?
Sure, bro.
All right, Chief.
Thanks for the call.
Yes, sir. You take care.
Bye.
All right. I need someone to locate the authorities, contact the authorities. Let's get him traced, Danny. Let's trace the call. Danny is like, I'm on it. And I'm in. Danny, you would definitely be like a hacker on like a TV show. You would definitely be a hacker on a TV show, bro. 100%. 100%. But let's get that, put them on a list. Get them on a list. Let's not do nothing with the list. We need to wait. When he gets on the FBI most wanted list, Danny, I need you to trace the call, and then I will get the reward, and I'll split it with the mods. Huh? I'll split it with the mods. So we need to keep tabs on him. So when he goes to the top of the FBA most wanted list, we can turn him in, get a handsome reward, treat this bitch like Django. You know? That's how we're gonna do it. 100%. Boy, that like going, Kiana, what was Buddy's name? You know who that reminded you of, Kiana? Buddy who like turned up on you when you're your inbox. There are people who are newer to the live. They weren't around. We don't have a lot of day ones here right now. They don't know the lore of the live. They don't know about, what was my man's name? Maz, help me out. Hannah or Kiana? One of y'all know who I'm talking about. Eva too. What was his name? Blanche. That motherfucker Blanche. What was Blanche's situation? Blanche was like, yo, bro. Hey, bro, I met this girl at the club, and we were having a good time, and she asked me on, well, I asked her on a date, but I didn't want to seem too eager, so I canceled the date. And then she like was pulled back, and I tried to get her back out. And then, bro, she wouldn't come back out. So I followed her. And what did Blanche do? Blanche he kept calling her, trying to like explain himself. He kept trying to call her and explain himself. And I was like, Blanche, stop calling that girl. And he's like, well, I think if she just understands, I'm like, she's cool on you now, bro. He said, well, okay, I'll stop calling her, but I just feel like if she understands, I said, Blanche, don't call her. He's like, okay, bro. He called back in. And he was like, so I saw her at the club. I like, what do you mean you saw her at the club? Well, I know what club she goes to. You told me not to text her, so I found her in person. And I went up to her at the club, and she didn't want to talk to me. So now I'm thinking about calling her. I was like, Blanche, don't call her. He was like, I think I'm going to call her. I was like, Blanche, please don't call her. And he says, I'm calling her. I'm like, Blanche, don't, stop, hang up the phone. Hang up the phone, Blanche. So I made the same joke with Blanche. I was like, he sounds like Joe from You. And all the women in the chat started laughing. He did not like that shit at all. That really threw him for a tizzy. He was in the chat turning up. So we had to get him blocked, right? Because you're not about to disrespect me. You're not going to disrespect my mods, right? So got him blocked. And then like he DMing the mods like just crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. And I'm like, yeah. He's probably watching, right? I'm sure he has a burner account. He's watching secretly. Y'all missed a lot of like interesting situations. Y'all should have found the live a lot earlier when we had like 80 people in here. He proved y'all right. Yeah, you got to saw his true colors. I said, come on, Blanche. Wait, was the puff guy the one who wanted to send flowers to a girl who ghosted him? I think so. I wanted to ask him that, I forgot. Like for revenge. For revenge. But this guy's nothing like Blanche. Blanche was out of his mind. Blanche was out of his mind. A man that can't take a hint is concerning. Yeah. I would have to agree. Hello.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm doing good.
What can I do for you?
So I have a question. How long should you wait, I guess, to ask a guy like if we should go ahead and make it official, like far as being in a relationship, or should I wait for him to ask?
Okay. How long have y'all been dating?
It's only been a month and a half.
Oh yeah, it's a little too soon, love. How'd you meet him?
Online.
Like on a dating app?
Yeah, be okay.
Be okay. Burger King?
Yeah. No. Black, be okay.
Black.
Black
Is this long distance?
No. He
Okay.
only lives 30 minutes from me.
Black. Ooh wee. Alright. Black. Really? Is that the only one you were on? Just black?
I was on Facebook, but I deleted
Facebook?
Tinder. And
Tinder?
I deleted both of them.
Oh my God. Are you new to dating apps?
No, because I met my ex on POF over 10 years ago.
Plenty of
We
fish.
just
How old are
broke
you?
up. 35.
Okay, you sound 22.
No.
You sound
Yeah, I'm
22.
35.
But it's making sense now. You said plenty of fish. Plenty of fish.
Yeah, long time ago.
Okay.
I don't even know if they still have that app.
I don't think so. The pond has been poisoned. Not a lot of fish anymore. Not healthy. They've mutated. Not even fish at this point. So, you met him on Black. It's not looking good.
Why
You
you
said,
say that?
it ain't looking good. It's not looking good. He's Black, Tinder, and what else?
And
Facebook. That's like the
Facebook.
that's
That's
the
why I deleted both of those because I wasn't finding
that's
anybody good. But
those are the three horsemen of the apocalypse. Those are not the best apps. You say, what are the worst apps? What's the bottom three? Forget the big three. What are the bottom three? Let me go ahead and check those out, see what those are about. So, okay. You've been together for a month, and how frequently do you see him?
that's the thing. We only saw each other. Well, we FaceTime like mostly every day, but
Okay.
actual dates, we only had 2 dates.
You only had 2 dates in a month and a half? Why?
Because, so I do have a young daughter, so I get my daughter every other weekend.
Okay.
So, like the days, like I prefer to only date like when I don't have my daughter. And he works 12-hour shifts, and I do too. So it's like our schedule. And he does flip flops. Sometimes he works two
Oh, time
weeks
out.
day shift.
What just happened to your voice? Your voice just aged in the. What the? Are you sick? It went from like little girl to. Am I talking to Ursula? What is going on? Who you done?
Sorry,
Whose
sometimes
voice?
my voice gets a little raspy at night.
I was about
Sometimes it comes in out.
who? What curse have you done? What young lady's voice you done stole?
Yeah, sometimes my voice gets raspy at night
Okay.
or first thing in the morning. Yeah.
All right. All right. So you have a daughter. You have a daughter,
Yes.
and you don't want to date when you have your daughter, obviously. So you only were able to see him twice. So this wasn't really he only wanted to see you twice. It was you just didn't have time to see each other more than twice.
That's what I'm thinking.
Why is it? Why do you say it? That's what you're thinking.
Because it was some nights like I didn't have my daughter. And I don't know if he would be tired, but we would just be on the phone all night, like FaceTiming. But he never asked to like take me out.
Okay.
Granted, I did get off late. I get off at like 7, and he's tired. So
Okay. So how long ago was y'all's last date?
this past weekend,
What did y'all do?
Saturday, we saw us Saturday. We went to the crab place, and then we went bowling, got drinks and stuff.
Oh, that sounds fun. Okay. So yeah, it's too soon. Love is too soon. I typically tell women that you should see some sort of progression within 3 months. If you see the person frequently enough and he has the capacity and sees you in that light. So you're at the halfway point.
Okay. But I should wait for him to say. I shouldn't mention anything.
That's the best.
Okay.
That's the best strategy is to wait for him to initiate it. But again, you want there to be progress. So maybe in this 3 month, he becomes exclusive with you. That's still progress, right? But you want progress. What you don't want is just to stay in limbo and just stay in the same state. You want some sort of progression to have occurred. Okay?
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it.
No problem, love. You take care.
Me too.
All right. Black. Wow. I don't know if there's any success stories on Black. I ain't never seen a married couple. How'd y'all meet? Black. We met on Black. What can I say? I was scrolling. I saw her shaking that ass, and I knew that was all mine. And she said she saw me, and she really liked the holes in my drawers. It was a match made in heaven. In my Hanes, I had a hole right where the A is. So it looked like it said Hans. Hones. Big ass hole. But yeah, Black is an interesting place to meet. Better than Facebook dating though. If you're on Facebook dating, you're not a serious person. If you're on Facebook dating, if you're under 50, you're not a serious person. You're not a serious person. You're not a serious person. I don't think people under the age of 50 who actually spend time on Facebook are real people. They're not real people to me. They're not real people. There's a correlation, but there's a correlation between how much time you spend on Facebook under 40 and how likely you peaked in high school. People I know who spend a lot of time on Facebook and they post on Facebook. They post frequently on Facebook. Peaked in high school. That's why they're up there. To connect with their high school people. To remind them of the good old days. I ought to post from my Instagram and then gross and neglect it. I do as well. I post my videos on Instagram and they post on Facebook. And people on Facebook be like digging in my ass. Like they be getting mad. And I'm like, oh, sucks. I'll never see it because I'm not getting on Facebook, bro. What the fuck are we doing? What are we doing? Hey, you want to get on TikTok? No. Twitter? No. Instagram? No. Facebook? Yeah. What? Why are you on Facebook, man? Doesn't make any sense. For family, yeah. Family, it makes sense. But who's like, my idea of a good evening in the crib is getting on Facebook. Facebook is good for finding local hobby groups. It is. It's good for finding groups. It's not good for scrolling the feed and posting things. What are we doing? I forget when I post in the club that Facebook gonna get it. Then my aunties be disappointed. You be in the club, Maya? Hey. Maya in the club. That's where you gonna find hubby at? In the club. In the club. You gonna find Hannah in there. No more calls, by the way. I'm called out. I've been talking to people all day, bro. I can't do it anymore. Cannot do it anymore. Ugh. That's gonna be the new problem, Danny. Is so many calls. I don't even talk to friends at this point. I had a homeboy I just called because he called me like 4 days ago. I missed it because I was on a call when he called me. I said I'm gonna call him back, but I'm talked out. I cannot call him right now. And I called him right before I got on this live at 15 minutes. I said, my bad, bro. I just have been talking to people. Can't find love in the club. You can find an unwanted pregnancy in the club. You can't find, it's very unlikely you'll find love, though, I would say. Highly unlikely. Not long-term love. Short-term love, yeah. Long-term love. Do you need to give space to an avoidant guy? We talk every day for like 11 months. How do you know they're avoidant? If you invite me to the section, I'm there. Oh, you like a section? I've not been in clubs since sections have been a real thing. I've never been a club guy. Never been my scene. Never been my scene. Short-term, lifetime connection. Right. Is a lie. Hannah, what are you talking about? What is a lie? Sections are pricey? It doesn't seem fun to me. Because he gets distance after he gets vulnerable. It doesn't sound like he gets distant. He's talking to you every day. That's not distant. Never been to the club? Yeah, I've been to the club. I just don't like it. It doesn't play to my strengths. Guys, put yourself in environments that play to your strengths. I'm really good at talking. You need to be able to talk to you. You can't talk to you in a club. Clubs are for flashiness. I can't hear anyone in the club. Right. It's not my ideal environment. And dancing. Yeah. Yeah. What kind of last minute questions do we have before I get out of here? He's in Ireland. I'm in Spain. How far is Ireland from Spain? I'm terrible with geography. To me, Spain might as well be in Ireland. I don't know. Where do you recommend outside of dating apps to meet serious people? Wherever people are, you can meet them. Wherever people are, you can meet them. My topic is very unique. Look how unique it is, to be honest with you. Respectfully, I'm not taking any more calls. Thoughts on giving someone a chance, even if they're physically unattractive to you? If they're unattractive, I wouldn't give them a chance. To you, not like in general, but like to you. You don't find them to be attractive? Why do you want to give them a chance? What's the thought process there? Is the well drawn up? By the time they made that burn to come up here, coach be like, no more calls. I told people around 11 I'll shut calls down. They seem to treat me perfectly. Well, here's the problem, love. That's a stage 1 question. It's not a stage 2 question, a stage 1 question. Because you're focused on what you're getting from the dynamic. You're not thinking about this person also wants something. So you're saying they treat me perfectly and you're unattracted to them, which means you're not going to treat them perfectly. I had a coach who called a woman who was stage 1. She was in a relationship she was married for 17 years with a guy she didn't love, and she was with him because he treated her well. But then he ended up cheating on her. He ended up cheating on her because she wasn't affectionate with him. You want to know why she wasn't affectionate? Because she wasn't attracted to him. That's your future. But I'm low-key tired of the dating game. This feels stable. You're replacing one problem with another one. Remember what I said about thinking long-term? Your new problem would be now you're in a relationship with someone that you're not attracted to. You replace one problem with another one. So, real solution is to optimize your dating approach in a way that can actually get you what you want. You know how you can do that? Schedule a 1-hour coaching call. Yay. This icon right here. It's a button at the bottom of the screen. Hit that. Shoot me a message. I'll ask you about your situation. And if I can help you, I will send you a link to book your call. You'll get clarity and an action plan that will help you get the outcome you are looking for. Okay. All right. Makes sense. Yeah. Before you head out, coach, lock the doors, pass the collection plate, hit the organ. Right. Good job, Super. We're doing an offering, a gift offering. Maj, lock the doors, pass around the collection plate. The Super's on the organ. Hannah's over in the corner shouting. Let's pass around that collection plate. We want gifts. Appreciate you, Danny. We want big gifts. Not the small roses. Appreciate you, old dog. Appreciate you, Maya. We want the big gifts. Okay? The big ones. Fill up the whole screen. The roses are appreciated, but this is not a wishing well. It's not a place for coins. We want the big gifts, people. Also, I need one person who's ready for their life to change. One person who wants to be saved Not from their sins, but from this hectic dating game, from relationship woes. Need one person. Will there be one? We're doing a offering slash, what's it called? It's late. An altar call. Who's ready to change their dating life for good? Solve their problems, their relationship problems. Will there be one? I know you feel the call, right? You feel a stirring in your spirit. You know that dating could be better. You know that your relationship could be better, right? You know that you could be better. But you don't know how to get there. You can see the destination. You can see it just beyond the horizon. But you don't. The path isn't clear. It's filled with obstacles. What you need is someone to show you the way, how you can avoid the mines and the dirt, right? So you have to avoid those obstacles, to get to your destination faster, so you are not wandering in the wilderness for 40 years. If that is you, this icon right here, hit that button at the bottom of the screen. Shoot me a message if I can help you. I will send you over a link where you can book your 1-hour coaching call, okay? All right, people. That's a wrap. I'm very tired. I will be live again at noon Eastern time and 9 p.m. Eastern time. So if I didn't get to your question today, I will get to it tomorrow, okay? Appreciate the mods. Appreciate the chat. I will see you all later. Y'all take care. YouTube.